Hi everyone and welcome to my thank card. It's Friday. Today we'll be making this thank you card. Now on this thank you card I've done a colour blocking technique and also marker to stamp. Now it's hard to see because of the colour I use is pink Pirouette, and it's just to create a background behind this stamped image. But I'll take a photo so you can have a look on my blog on Joe Herbert, JoHerbert.com, and you can have a closer look at that. So let's get started. Okay, the stamp set, the thank you stamp set we'll be using is Thank You Kindly, and it's got some four sweet stamp sets. It says thank you. We'll also be using from the Sale-a-bration catalogue. This is a free stamp set with every $100 purchase here in Australia, and this is called Fresh Vintage. It's quite a beautiful, elegant stamp set. And so we'll get started. Now I've used Whispher white cardstock, just an A4 cardstock cut in half, and Regal rose cardstock, and that cardstock is 3.5 by 4 1/4. Then another Whispher white cardstock, which is 3 3/8 and 4 1/8 to create that little border. So using the pink Pirouette ink, I'm going to be getting my block, which is D, and I'm just going to stamp this block directly onto the ink. Give it a good rub so it gets a good coating. It's a fairly light colour. It's in the subtles range. So just get it all inked up. Okay, and then I'm just going to stamp like that on the white. And you can see it's really subtle, but it creates a lovely background. It's hard to see with this light in my room, but I will take a photo. Okay, now I will be using the flower set from there, stamp set, and also the colour I will be using Pool Party, and I'll be using the border from the Fresh Vintage, is just right at the top there. I'm going to be using Pool Party ink, and I'll just be putting it across the bottom like that. And then the Thank You Kindly stamp set, I'm going to just use this nice curly stamp set, and I'm going to stamp it in Regal Rose down the bottom. Get that inked up. I'm going to stamp it over the Pool Party border like that. So this is a clean and simple card, and the techniques I wanted to show you today is colour blocking, so you can just use any colour you want and just ink your colour block up, and then also marker colouring on the stamp. So this is a beautiful stamp, and what I've done is I've got the Regal Rose marker. I'm just going to use the brush tip end and just colour the flowers in like that. There's just a couple little flowers on there. It's a great way to ink up your stamp. Now, because it is a dye-based ink, it does dry fairly quickly, so you do want to try and move a little quickly. Like that, colour it in. Get the stems like that. Okay. Now, you just need to huff on it, and that's just really breathing heavily to re-moisten the stamp, then pressing down on the stamp. We've got this beautiful image on our card. Now also I've stamped the flowers, just the two main flowers, and stamped it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it up with some dimensionals just to add that little 3D look to it. So I'll just cut that out and be straight back. Okay, so now that these are cut out, just using some dimensionals, I'm going to adhere them down, and it pops them right up. Oh, before I do, I want to stick that on my cardstock because it gets a little bit fiddly when you're dealing with dimensionals and trying to adhere it down at the same time. Alright, so sticking it on my Regal Rose cardstock, and I've just cut it so it is a tiny little border. Now you can see it's a simple and clean card, but the flowers really makes it pop. Okay, and I've just put that down like so, and then popping these on, these beautiful flowers. This Sale-a-bration catalogue has really brought out some fabulous stamp sets and paper, ribbon and brads. So I hope you like this card. I'll take a photo of it so you can see it closely. It is a clean and simple card, and I hope you enjoyed this card. Okay, have a good day.